paste this one.
Okay. All right, guys, we haven't used Restream in a while. I'm really hoping that that we're showing up on both. I did see an earlier comment. Well, it looks like we're on YouTube, so that's good. I don't see it up here now, but let me see. I did see that Tracy and Tim, you were in a little earlier. Thank you very much. Very kind comment. And Rebecca, just looking back at the previous chat because it doesn't show up on Restream, so I want to make sure I acknowledge it, guys. Thank you very much. So hopefully this works out. We got a new USB cam, so instead of using the phone, which we've had to do for quite some time, we thought we'd try going back to using the computer. And it allows us to broadcast to more than one place. So that was the only real reason that we wanted to kind of try doing that. So might not get a good turnout today only because of the some people like to watch football.
So, that game.
Although that's not on for a bit, but I mean there will be some running around, grabbing potato chips, grabbing all the stuff that's
and the Olympics. Don't forget the Olympics too.
We just realized the other day that was on.
Yeah. Yesterday I was like, oh yeah, that started yesterday.
Right? So,
but
anyway,
we're so athletic.
Yeah. Well, we carry bales of hay or we carry water, 5 gallons of water.
Those are
but
heavy.
That's athleticism right there.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody does that.
Where's our medal?
Yeah. Get a first place prize for carrying water and hay.
Yeah.
That's our form of the Olympics. So anyway, guys, just if you don't mind, let us know that you can hear us and that you can see us. Robbie, thank you very much for chiming in. I thought it was a nice one.
Thank you.
Hi, Joy. Let us know, guys, if having the comments come up on the video is an issue for anybody. Let me remove. I think there's maybe a caption in the way right now, so I'll take that out of the way and go back to the chat. I thought I'd try it just in case anybody from Rumble was to get on, then everybody can actually see the other person's comments, because I know it doesn't work that way if you just use the chat itself. So
yeah, and it also helps us to look in the right direction.
Yeah, we can actually kind of look toward the camera. So anyway, what's new and exciting? As you guys might have noticed, we had some blizzards the last couple of days. They've actually got it all dug out already.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is back to normal.
Yeah, the roads are clear, but there are some big
snowbanks
where they plowed. Yeah,
but yeah, it's different for us because it's something that happens. Snow is not uncommon here and bad weather in general. So they do have the equipment, and we pay through the nose in our taxes to make sure that they have the equipment to clean us up. And for the most part, it gets done pretty quick.
Yeah, they do a good job.
So
there's only so much they can do in the middle of the blizzard, so we had to wait it out.
So it works. It's not horrible today, Robbie. If I take the chat off, the window actually the video window actually gets shrinks a little more to the side because it gets longer, and that would mean you'd only see Cindy, which might not be a bad thing.
No, that won't happen. I already told him I'll get directly behind him.
Yeah, all you'll see is two heads and one body. So anyway, so I had to blow some trails around the yard to get to the animals. The snow it's not like it was deep everywhere, but the wind made it extremely deep where it drifted. So in some spots it was much taller than my snowblower. The snowblower actually had a little bit of a tough time. I had gone out and bought some replacement shear pins the day before, which worked out pretty well because you just never know when you're going to shear one of those things. I go through a few of them, but it's better than wrecking the machine. So yeah, it didn't get blown away walking home from the truck, but it was just nice to get home. It was a little sketchy coming home, and I felt bad. There was some people that didn't make it home from where I work, because even the next morning they were supposed to go back in for some overtime, and I know one young lady had called saying that she wasn't going to make her shift because she was still waiting to get pulled out of the ditch from the night before. So so that was definitely a it was sad to see anyway.
Yeah.
So
And I stayed up to make sure he got home safely, and I was watching on the camera, watched him pull in. You can really just see the headlights. So it was night, and I could see he got about a third of the way up the driveway, and I could tell he was stuck. And he tried for quite a while to get in, but had to wait till the next day.
So it was, yeah. She accused me of, affecting the amount of sleep she was getting, which couldn't imagine that being my fault. But whatever.
No, but you know what? He actually videotaped his drive home, and I told him he could have just live streamed me, so I wouldn't be waiting. I would actually see it as he's coming.
Yeah. Oh well. But it was good to get home. That was the main thing. So what else?
What else? No,
Oh, you've been busy.
just lots of snow. I've been busy today. I've been decorating, making a cake for our soon-to-be 6-year-old's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, that kept me busy. We also did our errands, ran around as usual, groceries, and chores, of course. Yep.
So if I go like this, I guess it doesn't matter. You guys see each other. That's the main thing.
Yeah, other than that, we still have the 2 bunnies. We have like 3 people interested, but they can't come right away. Has to be sometime next week, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. You guys, I'm sure you know what it's like to try when you're trying to deal with things like that. And you're trying to sell things on marketplace and things like that. Nobody ever seems to commit. Everybody's, oh yeah, I want that.
Everybody's interested.
Nobody shows up. Oh, what is this? 21 degrees Celsius, Robbie? What the heck? Why you got to rub that in?
At least we had sunshine and a tiny bit of melt today.
Yeah, it is. It is nice to see the sun. It's funny because after, like, I don't know, Robbie, you had talked about this recently, how you kind of acclimatize to what's going on at the time. And the last few days has been so cold, even during the day. It feel like minus 27, minus 27 or 28 degrees Celsius, and which is, I'm not sure what the Fahrenheit is. I think I put my trusty chart away. But when you get used to that temperature, and then you have a day like today where it's more like minus 16, it actually feels warm. I was walking around with no coat on, no jacket on, just a sweater. It's it's kind of funny how you get used to it. And I don't blame you, Robbie. I would be doing the same thing. It's kind of like me bragging about it being so cold. I mean, wait a minute. Just kidding. I feel like I need to move the camera over, Cindy. You're like half cut out.
No, I'm good.
Oh, they don't want to see just me. They want to see you.
They can see me.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Oh, I don't think you are. There we go. There you go, guys. So, what else is happening here? Warm there today, Joy says as well.
Nice.
What is with you guys? 21 degrees
it was warm
Celsius.
here today for us too.
Yeah, but what was warm for us? Let's see. What is it right now?
There's no wind.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Okay, what do we got currently? As it slowly opens up. Right now, it feels like minus 14. It's minus 12. Feels like minus 14 Celsius. So
it's beautiful.
It's only 35 degrees Celsius colder here than where Joy is.
Hello, Cookie. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Cookie. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in to see us. Yes, kindness is That is a virtue, that's for sure. All right, so I'll pop cookies up there because that is a good comment for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to get the positive comments.
Yeah, for sure.
Had to block one earlier. Wasn't so positive.
So I don't know what else we've accomplished this week other than surviving, but we do need to get feed again very, very soon. Tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, it's our youngest girl's birthday tomorrow. She'll be a whole 6 years old, and I do have to slip away for a little bit to grab some feed because we will probably be out somewhere in that neck of the woods sometime tomorrow. And
yeah, we've
I
been
hate
calling
to miss some of
around.
her birthday because I do have to go into work tomorrow afternoon, but it'll still work out pretty good. So we have. Make sure I'm not sure if I'm going to say the name right, so I just want to put your comment up here for a second and say hello. And somebody is a Seahawks fan, and I won't lie, guys, I don't follow any sports, so I hate to say it, I don't even know who we're talking about, but I'm assuming it's maybe got something to do with the football today. And what else? So just want to make sure I'm catching anybody new here. Yeah, Joy, we'll make sure we tell her.
Thank you.
I know she'll be happy to. She may even be watching, so I'll put your comment up there just in case because sometimes they do watch from Grandma's house, and maybe it'll make her extra happy because she's already pretty excited about tomorrow.
So on the feed front, we've been calling around, and
yes,
we are not having a whole lot of luck finding another mill or store that sells it for the same rate. Every place we call is at least, $5 more a bag?
So unfortunately, we're still not sure what we're going to do, guys. We went from, we're gonna go and buy what we can, of course, within reason, because we don't want to, obviously we have to make sure we don't spend too much money. But I guess we're going to stock up as much as we can because I believe the mill that we deal with closes in March. Sometime in March, so that's not far away actually. So I'm gonna have to make a few trips and try to stock up because $14 a bag for a 50 pound bag is one heck of a lot cheaper than the $19 to $21 that we're seeing everywhere else. It doesn't seem to matter where we go, where we're looking at a pretty big radius, and we don't have the ability to buy bulk feed, as in not bagged, like just in big containers. So unfortunately we're gonna have to figure something out because I don't think $20 to $21 a bag will cover the cost of the feed, like the eggs we sell. I don't think that'll cover the cost. So I was talking to another friend who also sells eggs, and he was talking about how he's pretty sure he's got to put his price up because he buys the same place I do. And unfortunately, it's kind of hard. I guess you can be the first one to do it, but everybody charges about $10. But there are still some people that are charging less. Some of them quite a bit less. And you kind of go, maybe they're bad at math. Like I don't know how they're.
Or they just have too many, and they think it's not a business for them.
I guess maybe that's the case, but it's still economically doesn't make sense, right? So.
No, definitely not worth the work to have extra chickens to lose money.
Pax's birthday is on the 26th.
Nice.
And let me just catch up with Robbie's got our next comment. We're lucky because the feed I buy the cows and the goats eat too. Oh, that's not so bad. Yeah. 40 pound bag. That's an unusual size. Yeah, if you can do it like that, where you can get a combo deal, and especially it sounds like a pretty good price. Wow. Because I think even the goat feed we buy is again at that mill is around $13-14, kind of the same price range as the chicken feed. But I'm expecting that we're going to have an issue there as well.
Yeah, thankfully we don't have to buy that very often. But the chickens, they go through a lot.
So we even called one of their sister mills, one of the same company, just in a different location. And it's farther in a different direction, but they don't even sell it bagged. It's kind of interesting because this mill that we deal with, they sell it bagged in bulk, but the one that we were calling around to, they don't even sell it bagged. So maybe they'll start selling it bagged. It would be nice if they do, but then of course they may not have the same price, even though it's the same company. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, most things here is usually almost all of it is 50 pounds. It's kind of like automatic.
55, yeah, 25 kg.
Yeah, 25 kg actually. So yeah, we like to lift more when we're doing our Olympics here on the homestead. We like to lift more.
There's one more place to call tomorrow. Let's see, it's a little further out, but.
Hi Shane, glad you could join us today. Welcome in. Yeah, where is that? Sorry.
Brickton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we have one more mill to try, but I don't think it's going to be any different. So.
Yeah, hopefully maybe a little better, but probably not going to be comparable to what we pay now.
Well, thank you very much. I posted your comment because I don't know if I can say your name properly, but we do appreciate that you've joined us, and hopefully you'll stick around for most of our live. We'll be here for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, let us know where you're from. If you're watching and you're from a different part of the country, or the world, I should say, we would love to know where you're from, because
we're nosy.
We're nosy. No, we just find it very interesting to see where people tune in from, because we've had some places that are very far away, and it's really neat. It's really neat to see. I've always said I'd like to get a map. Today I was looking at a globe, actually at one of the, I want to say it was at a dollar store, so it wasn't a very big globe, but it looked like it was very well filled out, and I thought it would be very neat to get that, but then I thought I'd still rather get a wall map, something that I can put push pins in. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have Vince here.
Talk about far away. That's awesome.
All the way from Australia. Wow, man. Thanks for letting us know, Vince. That's really cool.
That is very cool.
So just curious, what is your weather like, Vince, if you're still with us? Because I know Australia has can have quite a different climate as well, depending on which part of the country you're in, because like us, you're a large nation and you're kind of moved further away from the equator as you go. So,
But this is summer.
I believe they are the opposite of us, but yeah. So you could be even warmer than Joy and Robbie on here. Ah, I thought I recognized the name. That's right.
Moscow.
That's right, Ivan. I do remember that. I didn't want to assume, though. Well, thank you.
We do need that map.
I know, right? And I need to make a note because I might not recognize Ivan's name on there next time. Let me just kind of put.
So we are 1 week closer to spring stuff, starting our seeds and all that happy stuff. The you guys were right about the rodent. The groundhog, he had one job to do and he failed.
All right, hopefully I can remember that next time. Okay, Vince, it says it's been like 40 degrees Celsius every day, or like 104 Fahrenheit. 40 degrees or 104 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that is a lot like the summers we get. We get these extreme, like right now we've had minus 30 Celsius, feels like minus 30 Vince, at night. But the summertime we'll get, same idea, we'll get between 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, and it'll feel muggy and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so is it a dry heat or like muggy? Yeah, it's nice when it's a dry heat. We don't get that very often at all.
Hopefully you're on the coast, Vince, and you can enjoy the water and all the fun that goes with that.
So our new puppy is doing well, and she loves Sadie, and Sadie is starting to get used to her.
Yeah.
They hang out, they sleep on top of each other. It's very cute. They play fight a lot. I saw them doing tug of war earlier today. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, they nap a lot together, which is pretty cool. And
keep each other busy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because it gives them some, because they're both basically puppies. The other one's only he's a little over a year old, so it gives them a chance to get some of their energy out.
Yeah, which is good for us too. But they'll rip through the house. They're quite a tripping hazard.
Another blast of snow. Well, I kind of hope you get a little bit, Robbie.
So mean.
Only so I don't have to listen to you tell me how nice it is.
It's always going to be nicer, though.
Yeah, it always is. I do want to put up a little caption here because I did have to update my little banner because we do have some changes to the Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening homestead lineup. Just for those that don't already know, if you follow that scrolling list across the bottom there, we do have today, I believe, if I remember correctly, the farm to table is going to take the 7 p.m. or which is 8 p.m. our time slot. Or is it 7 p.m. our time? I don't know, I'm getting confused. Anyway, when you look at those channels that are having their lives today, guys, just keep in mind that they are all listed in Eastern Standard Time because that's the time zone that we are in. So don't forget to do the math if you are in a different time zone, or just start counting the hours from this live going forward.
Yeah, just follow along, hop on each one.
So Robbie's saying that he's probably not going to get just north of us or further north in now MO. Is that MO? Robbie, you're gonna have to tell me which state that is.
Is that like
I'm thinking maybe Missouri, but
geography's not my thing.
Montana's further west, I believe.
It is.
No, I'm gonna have to wait for you to tell me, Robbie. I'm embarrassed, but I don't know all the abbreviations for the states. But
I bet we'll get the snow.
Yeah, that probably means it's coming this way.
But if it's the last one, that'd be good.
Okay, so it is Missouri. So Rebecca might get that snow that Robbie's hoping he won't get. I get that. You know, I can slow that down. Well, that's good. Is that too slow?
That's good.
There's a good speed. Slow down that banner so it's not so much like a...
Yeah, that way if anyone wants to jot it down, they'll have time.
Yeah. But hopefully everybody's actually doing the live tonight. I haven't heard anything for sure. Well, actually, maybe Hippie Cow Yay wasn't doing theirs, but I'm sure we'll get updated as we go here. So other than the feed issue, we think we're going to start separating chickens soon to start hatching chicks to sell.
Yeah, we have to get on it because even though it feels really, really early, last year we wished we started earlier.
Yeah, it felt like we were a little behind because the stores were selling them, and we wanted to make sure that we got to jump on them, and we want to try to undercut them a little bit because we don't want to get stuck with birds like we did last year. I mean, it's fine if you need them, but we don't really need them that badly. We have enough, maybe more than we need, depending on how the price of the feed works out. Hypernova Steve, welcome in. We hope you enjoy our live. There is a whole lineup of lives this evening if you are into that kind of stuff. So we haven't had anybody pop in yet from Rumble, so I don't know if it worked out there or not. But if anybody is watching on Rumble, give us a shout. Let us know. and that way we can,
Be aware.
be aware, see if it's working. What else do we have? Okay, Robbie, I missed your comment earlier. You guys prefer the 50-pound bags, and your local farm store is all 50 pounds.
Yeah, it's a good size bag. I find it a little heavy, but
Yeah, it never seems like enough. But thank you, Steve. We appreciate that. We're pretty low key, but overall, we try not to be not fun.
we're not overly animated, but yeah.
No. And so, who is, this might sound really naive, but who is playing in the Super Bowl today? For those that really care.
Gonna ask who of you are watching or going to be watching, because curious who's a sports fan. I know Robbie is.
I know Robbie is. I Friday before I left work, or when I went into work and the previous shift was leaving, I was talking to my coworkers and they were asking me all about, they were talking about, hey, you can be watching the football this weekend. And I'm like, oh, probably not. I don't think so. And they just kind of looked at me like, what? What do you mean you're not? Right. And then we slipped into town today. We had to do some shopping, and I ran into somebody at the store there who was armfuls of chips. And it was just funny because the first thing I said to him, I said, oh, buy it for the football game, huh? And he was like, yeah.
Well, that part of it sounds fun.
Yeah, I have to admit that part. I guess if you actually, I've watched the odd game, but I don't really find I have the time, is what it feels like. Maybe I just need to make time. But Joyce says it's the Seahawks and the Patriots. And Robbie was just confirming.
Now, are either of those teams that played last year in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's a good question too. I don't
last
even
year
know.
was the Chiefs, right? And I don't know who else.
You know better than I do.
It was the thing about Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Oh,
her fiance.
That was the way you remembered.
Yep. Stuff on my Facebook feed that I don't care about that pops up.
Oh, well, yeah. Yes, I get that. But so is that?
It's nice to be excited about something.
Ivan, let me get your comment back up here. Ivan says, have a wonderful and productive day. We have a winter snow like never before. I need to go to bed, work tomorrow. It's 12:25 at night here. Have a good stream, guys. Ivan, thank you very much for joining us. And we are also just got blasted with a lot of snow and wind and kind of blizzards. So I understand what you're going through. So I hope you have a
good sleep.
A good sleep, and hopefully you can be safe and get to work. And Robbie was just clarifying who was playing last year: Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
And Joy is on the same team as Rebecca. So I honestly don't know anything about them. So I'll go with what you guys say.
It's just fun to root for something.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of like the baseball. What was it called?
I just went blank.
Anyway,
the World Series?
Yes. So the Toronto Blue Jays were playing, I forget who now, but just because they were, Toronto Blue Jays.
Since it was
who we were going
a little
right?
more local. They were only a couple hours away from us, so it's more interesting, of course, when you get countries. That's why we enjoy the Olympics normally, because you get countries competing instead of.
Yeah, exactly. So we actually peeked at that, and it was fun for a few minutes, but
Well, I'm going to put that up there, Robbie, just in case Scotty watches this after. But it's uh, is that because that's more closer to where he lives, Robbie, or is he just a diehard? I mean, usually, most people, I guess, once they pick a team, that's their team, good or bad thing, you know, unless they follow certain players around or something like that. But
yeah. And are any of you gonna be watching the Olympics? I haven't caught any of it yet, but I might watch some of those, you know, high speed sports, the luge and
Cindy's telling me that the Jamaican bobsled team is in the Olympics.
That's what I saw on Facebook.
Took me way back to Cool Runnings.
I love that movie.
We should actually put it on sometime for the kids.
It was good, yeah.
But
it was fun.
You said they even played a song?
So I saw it on Facebook, and the article title said, "Feel the rhythm, feel the ride, get on up, it's bobsled time," because the Jamaican bobsled team had made it into the Olympics again.
That's cool. I mean, I'm guessing they come to Canada to practice, but okay. So he's just a diehard for that team, I guess, eh? Or no, wait a minute. Patriots are New England, are they? Wait a minute.
So.
I'm losing track here.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it sounds right too. So, Robbie, not a big Olympics fan, but it seems that you follow most other sports. Yeah.
I never watch the summer ones. Just for some reason, once in a while, the winter sports are interesting. Personally.
Seattle Seahawks. So I've always been a Seattle Seahawks fan. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. So, what else do we have going on? I feel like we're not talking about what we're doing here.
We're not doing anything.
That'd be why.
Well, honestly, not really.
So we still have 2 rabbits.
Yeah, and once we clear them out, then we can move things around.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting them out of here because I want to get that area ready and cleaned up to use for something different. Hatching chicks, really, I guess would be the goal for it.
Yeah.
We're still having. It's interesting because that little barn, as you guys know if you've been following at all, it's insulated. It is ventilated, but it's insulated. And every other year, with the rabbits in there and the quail, but with the rabbits in there, water never froze. We could put water in there in buckets, like snow in buckets. It would thaw, and never had to worry about the water freezing at all. And now that there's only the 2 rabbits and the quail, of course, there's not enough body heat in there anymore. So everything, it freezes.
Just on the verge of freezing.
Yeah. And if you throw a pail of snow or something in there thinking that you're going to melt it and throw it in to have for water to use, it just doesn't work anymore. So that part is kind of sad. But I don't want to put a heater in there because of the cost of hydro. It was actually an interesting little bit of a tidbit of information for anybody that's ever looking at those split, what do you call them?
The mini split?
The mini split heat pumps. I had installed one out in this office here. And prior to that, I was running electric heater in here. And I wasn't sure. I knew that these things were supposed to be pretty efficient, but interestingly enough, I was able to drop my bill back $100. Actually, we're over $100. I think $130. So it's back to what it almost the same as what it was before. Even though now I've got the heat from this heat pump in here, so that was kind of really nice to see because they're not cheap to buy. I did install it myself, but it at least it feels like it was a worthwhile purchase, knowing that it's so much cheaper than running a little electric heaters.
And it makes this room so usable.
Yeah. But in my head, I'm thinking I could really use one of those for that barn now, because if I throw an electric heater in there, I already know, just because this room is insulated, I already know what it's going to cost me to run it. So I don't want to do that. What I need, I guess what I need is, I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as, maybe if I threw a couple of heat lamps in or something like that, something that's more of a radiant heat, maybe that would help, as opposed to trying to run electric heaters. I'm not sure.
Or we wait it out.
Yeah, but it just
5 more weeks
until next year. It comes back though every year. But anyway, just that was I thought good information for anybody that might be considering it.
Yeah, it's always nice when you make a big purchase and then you are happy you did it instead of regretting it.
Yeah, because at least I know in the long run it would pay for itself, which was my main focus, my main goal with this. So, and there's the other side too. You also have the air conditioning. So, yeah. But
so, what are we hatching this year?
I still forgot to look up the name of the chicken.
Oh,
the breed of the chicken, and I do not recall.
So we have the breasts, which I'm not overly impressed with.
No,
I don't know if we'll keep them or not.
I won't be doing breasts any longer. I think what we have is what we have, and I don't think it's worth. I mean, there's a lot of hype around them, but I really don't think they're that great of a chicken. Personally, I don't find the eggs aren't as big, the birds aren't as big. I don't see it as a real bonus to have them. Sorry, while you guys are talking, Cindy, I'm just going to look up the breed of bird.
Well, I assume we'll be hatching silkies again this year because they sold well last year, and also the Polish did. But
kind of novelties, right? But again,
but
we're hoping.
I told him that if we have to get rid of the Polish in order to have a free aviary, I'm okay with that, because the novelty of the funny hair has worn off for me. It was fun, but we have them, we don't. It doesn't matter to me.
And hopefully we can get earlier start on the meat birds as well, because it would be nice to process them before it gets the heat of the summer here, because it just gets.
Other than that, we are hoping that the turkey eggs will become fertile and that the geese lay and they're fertile. Ducks did well last year. And you notice that they're starting to mate, the ducks?
Yes. So the ducks are starting to mate. And before I forget, I did look up the chicken that we have that we're going to hopefully breed. And they are the Sassel Ivory. What they are called. They lay about 325 large brown eggs a year.
That's good.
And they weigh about 4.5 pounds at 75 weeks, which seems like a long time. I'm not sure.
Well, since they're 4 egg laying, it's not a big deal. But
the males weigh approximately 4 pounds by 12 weeks. But anyway, yeah, it's not so much, because that's why we want to get meat birds. We don't want to be using layers for meat anymore, because it doesn't seem worthwhile. But anyway, these birds do seem pretty nice, and I think we're going to try hatching some of their eggs, because we do have 2 roosters and I believe 4 hens that we got in, that we ordered ourselves last year, and this year we don't want to order any of course, because we do have a bit of a selection going on now, because we want to get away from the barred rocks, I guess was the whole point. But,
yeah, we still like the barred rocks, but we have enough.
Yeah, add some variety. It's nice to see different birds running around as opposed to the same checkered birds.
We get bored after a while.
Yeah.
You try something new and then novelty wears off.
Yeah, true. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the pheasants or not. I'm debating about that one, because we seem to keep losing the odd one. and I find they're very territorial, extremely territorial. The males and the females are very territorial. So either I guess if we do keep them, we'll probably just have just a couple, and we'll have to probably put them in separate, like a male and female in one aviary and a male and female in another aviary or something like that, because they'll even start fighting with the chickens. The roosters will fight with the male pheasants. Uh, they don't get like they don't fight the way the pheasants fight each other, but they still do kind of do a standoff, and it's interesting. But they don't get right into it like the male pheasants. They'll keep going at each other until we've had it where they'll basically kill each other. We don't want that. So even with the blinders on them, we did put blinders that are supposed to help that, but they still try. They're just that aggressive with each other. So, and no luck with the turkeys yet. We are still getting eggs, but she did slow down a little bit. I'm hoping that she's not going to stop laying because she started way too early.
Yeah, I read that they're seasonal layers in spring and summer, and yet we got our eggs in fall and winter. So
yeah, I don't know. Are we seeing anything?
Nope, still not looking very fertile.
Yeah,
No
so
bullseye that I can tell.
So hopefully, we would really like to hatch some turkeys, but we're going to have to see if they start mating, because for some reason, unless she's not interested in that particular male.
Yeah, I was going to suggest maybe we have to switch it out with the one that doesn't look so dominant.
Yeah, that might be an option, because we do have the 2 males and 1 female. We did lose a male a while back. So maybe we'll try switching them and see if she takes to this other male. We did, because we had to separate the males. I think we told you that because they were getting, I guess it was that time of year, spring was coming and they were starting to fight. So that was.
Yeah, I don't look forward to that part of spring. Is the roosters getting all.
Yeah, you can tell. And their legs start getting that reddish tinge and they get all aggressive, and Cindy seems to have an even harder time with them. And the kids, because it's interesting too, because I'm sure you guys have probably seen this happen where, like with our kids, they'll walk by the coop, not even in the coop, and they'll walk by, and the roosters, they all seem to behave the same way. They'll just start charging the gate. They're charging the fence, right? And they don't do it to us, but they do it to the kids. And it must be because they're shorter or something along those lines. I don't know what else it would be, but
kind of funny from the outside.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, quail we also have to hatch.
Yeah, we need to renew our flock of quail. Well, I guess we can say it like that, because they're getting older and they're not laying as much. So we will probably try replenishing our laying cages and try to sell off as much as we can. Also to.
And those eggs are fertile, from what I've seen.
Yeah, they I noticed they were starting again. So just catching up on the chat here. Robbie was mentioning that yesterday he had 2 roosters that were fighting. Wow, that Farkas, not Bert.
Oh, Bert won.
Wow. I won't say I'm disappointed. And we have somebody from France. Hello to you too.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Yes, thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate that. Awesome. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so if the roosters are already fighting now, it's only going to get worse, right?
Well, yeah, but I was going to say they've already got the nice weather.
Yeah.
Robbie says they have no aggressive roosters around there. They go quick if they are. I have 9 less today than I did yesterday. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get that kind of dealt with, right? We had that for a while there too, where we had quite a few gathered up. We were trying to sell them off, and of course, everybody wants to buy hens. They don't want to buy roosters, and so we did have to deal with that sort of thing last fall because I didn't want to keep them over the winter. Now, we did end up getting stuck with some breast roosters.
Just a handful.
A handful of them that we're going to probably end up having to butcher unless we end up getting lucky and selling them off. But again, people contact us and, we will have roosters for sale and somebody will contact and go, what do you have for hens?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I had hens for sale, I'd be posting hens for sale. But anyway, people try, right?
Yeah, even if the ad states otherwise, but oh well.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 4:45.
Oh, we got 15 minutes still. Good.
So, Robbie, does that mean you had a very long day harvesting today? Or am I reading that wrong?
I feel like he did them yesterday.
Oh, okay, or yesterday.
Or was it today or yesterday, Robbie? I remember seeing something in the chat, but sorry. When I say chat, I'm talking about our text chat that we have going on.
Yeah, but that's always nice to have done. I don't look forward to harvesting day because it's always a very long day.
It's an extremely long day. Last year we did over 50 birds last year, right?
Yep.
And it's just myself, Cindy, and my mother-in-law, and we make a great team. We get it done, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't feel we need nearly as many meat chickens this year. We get a better deal when we buy 50, but we still have a lot in the freezer.
I'm torn, but I do get what you're saying. Well, but I did hear that they were going to be starting to sell them soon, so it's too cold for us still. But I don't. Well, then again, I say that, and I have to remember that just because they're selling them doesn't mean they show up. Because usually it's I forget how long it took last time before they actually showed up.
It was more than a month.
Yeah, it was quite a while. So you have to order
them in April?
Yeah, I think so. So Robbie did them yesterday. Started late morning, got done before dark. It's just me, and I'm slow. I don't have any fancy equipment.
Sounds like you did a great job.
You pluck them all by hand, Robbie? I was going to say we have one of those. What do they call them? The brand?
The yard bird.
Oh, the yard bird pluckers. And I also have one that goes on the drill, which I've never tried, but I was thinking I might try it this year, maybe for the ducks and stuff, because I know putting them through the plucker doesn't seem to do much good. So
yeah, it'd be nice if that works well because it's a simple little attachment.
But yeah, that's a lot of work if you're plucking them by hand. That's for sure. I know the last time I did a bunch by myself was over a year ago when my brother-in-law was in the hospital still, and Cindy was away, obviously with him, and I ended up just skinning them because I just needed to get it done.
Good for you, Robbie. I know we
build a fire too.
We hesitate to do them sometimes because we don't want to go through all that work just for a couple birds sometimes.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot, especially if you like it. But 9 is still quite a few birds.
It is.
So that's good. My hat's off to you. Or your hat off to you.
So nice to have a freezer full, though.
Yeah, and we all enjoy it, and the kids will eat it, which is good. They didn't like the dual-purpose birds that we were raising before. They always found it was a normal. Obviously, it's actually a natural meat when it's tougher like that, not like the cross that you get with the meat birds.
The designer birds.
The designer birds, yes.
Hello,
Oslandish. Hello, welcome in. Appreciate you joining us today. Let us know where you're from if you don't mind. Just curious.
Yeah. Is it Australia? I'm just basing it on the odds.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, we had Vince earlier from Australia, so it's quite possible. Must be, I don't know what time it is there right now, but Robbie says, last time I tried to do them, I couldn't get the fire to burn well enough. It got to 58 degrees yesterday, so it was nice. Nice. Yeah, that's a tough way to do it. I always use the what do you call it? Like the
Turkey
the
fryer.
turkey fryer. Basically that whole pot that you use for frying turkeys. I use that for scalding the birds because it seems to be the right size for that. So.
Yeah, but when it comes to doing actual turkeys, we're not so sure that they'll fit there.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but maybe it's just those bronze turkeys seem pretty big, but maybe it's just an illusion.
And the geese are still to be seen what's going to happen with them.
We have to figure that out. Yeah, this will be the deciding year this year for the geese guys. Those American buff geese. Last year we tried to hatch eggs and we had no luck. This year I've got what I consider to be top of the line incubators to use. So if we don't have any luck this year, I think we're just going to get rid of the geese and use that small paddock pasture area for something else.
Yeah, they have to earn their keep.
The old-fashioned day, Robbie. Mm-hmm. So, Robbie, you bought a cone. I made cones, and then I came across some. Actually, my brother-in-law came across some really cheap cones and bought them for me. But I had done the pail method, where you cut the pail up, and then you kind of form it into a cone, and then you drill some holes and put some. I can't remember if it was zip ties, I believe. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot less messy. But growing up, of course, we had the hatchet method, and that was always you just never knew where the bird was going to go and what kind of mess you were going to be in afterward. But with the cones, it definitely restrains them and kind of keeps them calmer. And,
a lot less dramatic.
Yeah, it's just a lot tidier. I just put some buckets underneath the cones and catch blood and kind of keep going from there. So. I totally agree. Much better. The flashing, yeah, that would be a bit of work. The pail method was super easy. I know. I was going to do a video on it. I never did, but there's a pile of videos out there on how to do that. I made different sizes, and for some things they actually still work better than the cones that were purchased, because they just kind of hold some of the birds a little differently. But I think even for the meat birds, I still ended up going back to the cones I made because they fit better inside. They were a little too big, I think, for the steel cones that we had.
Yeah, Bert built a stand that has 4 or 5 of them.
Oh boy. They knew what you were doing, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, but it's not funny. But yeah, I've noticed that too. They do kind of sense. They get a little riled up. But anyway, so Auslander must have just popped in, or Auslandish must have popped in and popped out. Kind of curious where you were watching from, Auslander, if you are still there.
We have 7 minutes.
So the cone is a 2-piece and is a good metal. It was only like $17. That's not too bad. But what size is it? I'm assuming yours come in different sizes. We're down there too, Robbie, because when you buy them here, you buy them in like small, medium, large, depending on what type of bird you're going to use them for. That's and I think, I can't remember, but I feel like ours were the large ones, but they still weren't big enough for the Cornish cross that we did. At least not as easy to use as the cones I made were. But yeah, 6 minutes.
Yes.
Wow, what's going on there?
Yes,
hey, Robbie, I'm just curious. Did I read properly earlier that Acre Homestead may not be going on today? Just so I can make sure that people aren't reading the Traveling Whitcombs.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for
Hope
popping
you're
in.
doing well as well.
Yes, I hope you're doing well. And whereabouts are you watching from? If you don't mind, if you're still with us, if you don't mind telling us where you're watching from, that'd be great. We're always kind of curious. We've had where we have today. We have Moscow, and we had Australia, and of course we have our friends in the U.S., France. Yeah, so it's always neat to see. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. So the next live guys that would normally be following us would be Hippie Cow Yay Homestead, and they are not doing their live today. So you'll have to wait an hour and pop on again and watch the Money Pit Homestead. And right after those guys in the chat here, you'll see the Wild Huckleberry. Robbie and Sonia will be doing their live. So that'll be 2 hours from now, right?
Yes.
And definitely want to join in and support them if you can. Traveling Whitcombs, Western Wisconsin, about 45 minutes from the Twin Cities metro area. Very cool. So you're
awesome.
Wisconsin, so you are probably potentially farther north than we are.
It's funny how that happens.
we are in southwestern Ontario, Canada, and we are we're very close to the border. We're not very far at all from the Port Huron, Canada border, and only about 2 hours away from the Detroit, Windsor border.
Yeah, so looking at the map, we dip down into, well, not into the States, but what would be.
I'm gonna make a note here to try to remember those names.
An adventure to Iowa. So you really are traveling.
Right on. So I'm assuming you have a channel, and is this what your channel is?
Enjoy, yes. Robbie and Sonia are very good, very sweet people and great lives.
I'm going to have to pop in to see Brandon and Ashton's adventures.
Yeah, it's a great homesteading community.
Made a note to remind myself. Yes, Robbie and Sonia are great. Very good people. All right. We are going to have to wrap this up soon, guys, because we know that the live following us isn't going to be on, but it's we still have to go pick up our kids. So we ventured down to Iowa on an adventure yesterday. So what kind of a road trip is that in your situation? Just kind of, is that a long trip or? Yeah, that does sound neat. A traveling channel does sound cool. Are you guys like a retired that you're able to travel around, or just fortunate, I guess? Hi, Tracy and Tim. I know you were on early because you guys had left a comment before we got started, which was very nice. So it's good to see.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. That's a nice road trip.
Yeah, day trip. That's cool. And I'm sure we'll find out when we check out the channel. But is it like do you travel in a caravan or like a motorhome type thing, or just take road trips in the regular everyday vehicle?
Well, we'll have to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely anybody watching, definitely check out the channels in the chat and support them. And we will hopefully see you guys here next week. And if you are a fan of the Seahawks and who's the other one? Because I don't.
The other team
that I don't pay attention to. I hope your team wins tonight. But
go team.
Go team. Go team. Anyway, We joke, guys, because we don't watch any
Have
sports.
fun, enjoy the chips.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun social time.
In your late 20s with 3 kiddos and both
Aw.
work in healthcare, so we get stretches of time off work.
Nice.
That's fantastic, and good for you. Good for you, making the best of your time. That's the way to do it. Don't wait until you're too old to actually appreciate it. We do hope to start be able to get away more, which I don't know. When you live this kind of lifestyle, it's kind of hard too, but it is kind of a goal of mine eventually. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a blessed week. And we do appreciate each and every one of you, and hope to see you again next week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is a little earlier if you're in Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. But anyway, guys. Math. Oh, thank you. Thank you for posting that, Robbie. Yes, check out Money Pit in an Hour, guys. Wake those guys up.